Right, we're live. Awesome.
Now that we've absolutely,
Everyone can hear us.
now we've butchered the thumbnail.
I'm just making sure we're live, guys. Hi, everybody. Just want to make sure we've got sound. It seems a bit jumpy tonight.
We did do this testing beforehand.
We've run into some technical difficulties this evening.
Daryl's run into some linguistical difficulties.
Turns out that
Sound is good, says Seb.
sounds good. Awesome. Nice one, Seb. Nice one. Awesome. What's going on, everyone? So this is our second live stream. Hopefully it will work better than the first one. Like we just said, run into a few technical difficulties to start off with. Guys, have you got any questions? If you're live, we've got 2 people live already. If you've got any questions, please do ask us. Today's subjects we're going to cover some car meets. We've got a few questions and then just a brief. A few questions. We're going to talk about the new Focus ST, and then we've got a brief sign off about Buckmore Park next weekend if any of you guys are coming. So yeah, let's get stuck in. So car meets. So the season has come again where people are venturing out in the evenings, not
Or
drinking, or mornings,
Or particularly a Sunday morning.
and going to car meets. So we want to have a quick chat about them. So the ones we are going to attend again this year is obviously.
Well, I think there's a big difference between car meets and car events. Because you're going to say, I think we're going to be going to Surrey car meet, but I think that's a car event. Or for us, that's a car event.
Yeah, definitely.
Because again, we've got a stand and stuff like that. But car meets, I want to go to Cruising Crew.
Yeah.
Because
every Wednesday,
every Thursday.
Every Thursday.
Yeah.
That's what we always got wrong. Cruising Crew and
Dirty South.
Dirty South. We
Wednesday.
would get them
Yeah.
round the wrong way and often just turn up and no one would be there.
Yeah. We're a good RLINE road trips. We organise events. And we can be on time sometimes.
Yeah.
So Cruising Crew, just because it's like your local kind of, you see all your friends or all the people you've met before, and it's a good opportunity, central location just to see everyone.
Yeah.
And I'd like to go to a few more, like other things, like we went to the. I don't think I'll go to another classic car thing because I don't have the attention span for classic cars. They're not loud enough, or
The thing with a classic car meet, I
enough.
think you've got to know about the cars that you're going to see, and it's easy just to go, oh yeah, it's a Ford, yep, Ford, yep, oh it's a old Lotus, yep, Ford.
I feel like you knew more cars
Lotus.
than me, but you're an old man compared to me when it comes to cars. I want to go to a few more just things and just film them. A few more like supercar related meets.
Yeah.
I want to go to quite a lot of like JDM style ones.
Yeah.
Whether I'll be taking my own cars, that I don't know,
Let's
but
hope
we
so.
can definitely take your cars. Your car is
Yeah.
definitely JDM.
Well, it is now. Everyone's seen the big news about Swindon Honda. Did you see this?
Yeah.
Swindon Honda's closed down. So
Where does that mean your car originated now?
they're not producing it anymore. So it means that it was made in Swindon, but technically it's going to be Japanese again. Well, sort of.
Does that mean you can get like a JDM AF sticker in your window now?
Yeah, maybe.
JDM tyre lettering.
Yeah, maybe.
But yeah, no, as I say, I mean, what are your... So I actually prefer morning car meets.
So
I think they're a lot more objective in a way of... I'm not trying to make everything organised.
Do you know what, when I most prefer morning car meets?
Oh, do you know what I prefer? I prefer them at Mickey's Diner every other Sunday.
So do I.
Oh, you're saying, oh, that's funny that.
Not this Sunday though. I don't really fancy
I
it this
don't really
Sunday.
fancy this Sunday. But I do like the evening ones. You do need to get your... You do like to get your feed of tyre squeals, burnouts, engine revving.
If you guys haven't seen the video from the meet before last, we went to the car park just over the road and had some fun in the snow. So go check that out.
I do feel like you need to get your feed of... I mean, do you remember that meet we went to Kent Cruising? I just got the that was the Seb.
The Costa one.
Yeah, that was Seb actually brought that up, didn't he? Because Seb was
Well done,
the
Seb.
golf.
Well done,
Well done, Seb.
Can you see? How do we see still?
You can't
live?
see that.
Seb, you still live? Give us a hell yeah if you are.
Give us a hell yeah in 30 seconds, though, because this is.
Oh yeah, it's delayed. I forgot it's delayed.
Yeah, and you went there, and there was some like crazy cars. There was a good like 5 or 6 R35 GTRs. There was loads of modified Mustangs, and you need to get
I know what you mean now. Yeah,
you need to get your fill of that. I think you need to get your fill of Ute style, utiness, Ute style utiness. But I prefer breakfast meats. I can't be one of those people who, the people who are like, I don't think you should rev your engines or do any tyre squiggling or burnouts at car meet, because I think it's awesome.
Yeah, most definitely.
Considering,
I think there's a time and a place for it though. You turn up to a car meet outside. Jess linked me to a car meet that they do at Leeds Castle once a year.
Oh, that's called Moat on the Cars on the Moat.
Yeah, I don't think you get away with doing burnouts.
No. Which we need to go to this year, because I literally live right next to it. Yeah. Well, mate, if the car meet was based in a car park opposite a creche, then I'm going to say that that's probably not the ideal place to do tyre squills and stuff, or a hospital. But yeah, there's a ton of place.
So this year we will be at Cruising Crew, maybe Dirty South. We only managed to get there once, didn't we? And then it'd be good to do some more stuff with Surrey Club. If we can, we're going to be at Surrey Club meet the weekend after next. So, sorry, not meet. Is it meet?
For them, it's a meet. For them, it's a meet. It's a meet. It's a meet, but for us, it's an event.
Yeah. So we'll be at that afterwards. So it'd be good to do some more stuff.
I'm being a bit of a baby when it comes to going to car meets, because I haven't got my own car.
Yeah.
I don't want to go and look at other people's cars whilst I don't have a car to take.
But we've got enough going on.
Yeah.
So we don't have to worry about car meets. Should we move on to the new Focus?
Right. So, I had a Fiesta ST180.
Yeah.
I absolutely.
Sorry, not new Focus, a new Fiesta. Sorry.
Sorry, that's my mistake. Right, we've got little notes here that we're that disorganised. We've got to write these things down. I actually had an ST180 and I loved it. However, I actually have been in the new Fiesta ST. I think I got 200 brake this one. So is this 200 brake?
179. It says, doesn't it? 179, and doesn't it do that?
I don't think it boosts up to 200.
Oh, it does.
I'm pretty sure it's 200 and it boosts up to 215 or something.
Yes,
as I said, I had an ST180. I went in the new ST recently, and it just doesn't feel very kind of punchy. Like the ST180.
I'll be honest. I loved your ST. I thought it was great. It sounded good, and
it had a bit of a. Don't get me wrong. I think you have to do a lot to them to make them a bit more exciting. Because I mean, how many old ladies have you seen driving around in Fiesta STs? That's not a diss to old ladies, but it shows that it's a market for everybody. So I think
I've seen an old lady driving around in my car. Not my car.
That's definitely their grandsons or their sons.
Yes. So according to Parker's, it is.
Hold on, let me teach you. Oh no, I was just about to say teach your old man how to IT, and now I've done it wrong.
2 seconds.
Hold on. How do I IT?
Yeah.
I can't match
because the Mac does everything back the other way. I was gonna say backwards, but that. Right, according to this.
Yeah, so 200.
Yeah, 197 brake, 0 to 60, 6.3 seconds, which is quicker than the last one.
I think it might be.
This is the mad part. 47 miles to the gallon.
It's a 1.5.
But still, 6 seconds to 60 with 47 miles to the gallon.
Yeah, but
Seb, if you're still watching, so behind a diesel jack,
why don't you get
should have bought a Focus Fiesta ST.
The thing is though, the same as the ST180, it was actually a really fuel efficient car, quite good for business mileage. It's just when you decat it, you put a cap back on it, you put new intercooler on it, new induction kit, and it just literally, mine was getting about 15 miles to the gallon.
I noticed it says insurance group 28. I don't know how the 28s 28s So Seb, are diesels welcome?
No.
And if not, what is the best car for under 5,000 in both your opinions?
Okay, so no.
No, sorry, mate.
No,
Unless,
actually,
unless you're carrying tyres.
no. Diesels are welcome if you have another car that is a petrol, and I can say that because I did have one, and I'm going to get another one. So before said, oh, you want diesel too? And also, a diesel is welcome if it's one of those really big, long wheelbase 4x4 pickup trucks that the Americans have.
Well, have you seen the videos where they like blow smoke?
Yeah, see,
like,
that's
what
cool.
they call it. I don't know what they call it. But in our opinion, if not, what is the best car for under 5,000 in both your opinions?
I actually don't know.
I would, right, if I had £5,000 now and I was going to go buy a car
I know
to take on a road trip, I would probably
Go
a
on.
500 Abarth.
Excuse me?
Abarth.
He means a Fiat 500 Abarth. I would get Type R. Which one am I talking about?
What, the
You know
EP3, the original, the first one, the one with the gear stick.
No, the one, the second one. I don't know anything about Hondas because I thought they were just lawnmowers that shouted.
That one?
Yes.
Yeah, that's the EP3.
Yeah, I'd go get one of them.
Yeah, that's probably a good shout, actually.
Or I'm saying that, we'll go get one of them, but Sebs can't actually see what we're looking at. Or I go get the Renault Clio RS Mark 3, if that's the one I'm thinking of. You know the one we were talking about the other day?
You know what? For next week, Seb, I'm gonna do some research and see what you can buy for.
You prefer the Abarth? Yeah, because I feel like you suit a really small car, otherwise driven by the feminine.
Have you seen
variety.
his Jack? I need a rental company, please. I'm going to do some research, and next week, Seb, we'll talk about cars for under 5,000. I'm going to write that down.
I don't think Darryl can work under pressure.
We'll figure that out and we'll talk about that next week. That's a good one, I think.
All right, questions.
I think we should go buy 2 cars for
The under $5,000. If only I had $5,000 just to go,
exactly.
Way!
Exactly.
So Jack had a question.
Yeah.
And it's a question that,
well, before we jump onto these questions, is there anything else we want to talk about the ST? Basically, it's better than the previous one, sort of.
No, it's not. No, okay, no.
It's quicker.
Listen, you're talking to
smaller engine.
You're talking to an ST180 fan. Okay, I never finished talking about this. No, you just reminded me. So I got in the new one, and it's got like a launch control feature, which I don't mind saying to this because Jamie he may watch the video. The launch control feature is completely useless because literally you go bah, 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 and then you just spin until you change into second or you take your foot off the gas. But it's just not got that like you know when you ping an elastic band,
yeah, and
it just goes. You know the elastic band effect in a car. The new one doesn't have that. It just feels damp squid.
All right.
It just does. It doesn't. The inside, by the way, really nice. The inside's.
It is. Do you know what? The one thing that really annoyed me about the Focus ST or any Fiesta ST was that tiny little screen. I know. And now they've gone the complete opposite and given
it's
you
absolutely enormous.
32-inch.
What it looks like they've done is they've put a bit of Pritt stick on the back of an iPad and just stuck it to the dashboard.
Yeah.
But yeah, I'm not a huge fan. One thing I will say is because there's not I stand to be corrected, but I don't think there's a huge amount of mods out there for it because they just come out. Other than your standard splitter and stuff like that, and wheels. I don't know what they can look like. I don't know what they can sound like. They do sound good from standard.
That's actually what I think one of the pros and cons on Parker's is one of theirs. Is they said it sounds very good.
Pops and because it's got I think it's got a relatively
fabulous steering and dynamics.
Rawty
performance. What is rawty?
I was about to say you can barely read his ears.
Rawty performance, great soundtrack.
See, look at that. Looks a little tame for a hot hatch. I agree.
Yeah, it looks a little tame for a hot hatch.
I didn't know it was the ride quality. Although saying that, I'm pretty sure you can adjust the ride settings while you're in it.
Oh, really?
I could be wrong. So what they've done is they've effectively done the same thing again, except I feel like all Ford are trying to do is make some sort of revolutionary, really small engine, really fast car, and I'd rather go and get myself a Mustang.
Why don't you just do that?
Because I didn't say I wanted a Fiesta or a Mustang, but I'm just thinking of another Ford that I would see when I go in the bloody dealership.
Right.
Anyway, before I rant any more about the Fiesta,
let's move on to the questions.
So,
I'll be honest, I'm not a massive fan of the Fiesta. Not the new one. I like the old one. I don't really like the new one.
Yeah, I don't like the new one. So Jack had a question, and it's a question I've been avoiding within our kind of.
I've actually got a secret follow-up question to this that I've been holding.
Oh God!
It's from Matt Jones.
I got a weird feeling I know what it is. No, it's okay. It's not on our group chat. So Jack was wanting to know what car I'm going to get next. I'm not going to tell anyone because, let's be honest, I'm going to YouTube the hell out of it so that we can.
Oh, that literally destroys the second question.
Yeah. So I'm not going to tell you.
All right, I'm going to make up a new section then,
because
you're not going to answer that question.
But the shortfalls. The short list. I'll give you maybe 5.
We'll come back to that.
Yeah, I'll give you maybe 5. So you've got RS3 2016, RS6 2015 onwards, Subaru STI. I was considering even removing the RS3 off the list and putting the STI on there, but when I tell my wife that I don't want an RS3 anymore, I want an STI, she gives me really interesting looks. So I don't know how she feels about that car. What were the other ones? A Mustang was on there, and the FK8.
You only get away with saying that at a car, mate, can you?
What?
Just walking out to someone, I have an STI.
Oh, really? What engine is that got in it?
Yeah, which engine is that got in it?
Go to a family event, I got an STI. They'll stay away from
it. Right, okay. So, Matt's question, on the basis that...
Sorry, that answers Jack's question.
It does. On the basis that everyone thought you was going to get an RS4 and RS6. In his words, he wanted to know how you were going to butcher both of them.
Air ride.
Air ride. Should we see if we can find an air ride?
Right, I can categorically tell you, if I get an RS3 or an RS6, I will be getting air ride on it. Yeah, because that's what I want to do. Why you googled air rides? What are you going to get from that? RS3.
RS3. Wow.
Well,
look at that.
You need to go into the search bar and put.
Let's let everyone else see this.
Go back into the search bar and put 2015 because that's one I actually have. Okay. Oh yeah, look at that one. Oh, see, look.
Looks like it's still got some.
Doesn't that look good? Does that look good
on it though?
Does it or not?
I don't know. I think that car looks good.
You know,
whether I would go out to my car every day, look at that, and think.
Okay.
So right, there's a big opinion difference between me and Luke. Luke likes the tuner. I like the tuner scene. I've got nothing wrong with it. Like Fast and Furious is the film all time, but I just have a big thing about manufacturers spending millions and millions and millions of pounds on development of their car for someone to go do that with it. I'm not saying that it looks terrible.
No, okay. So listen to this, right?
I'm just saying Audi spent a lot of money on development of the RS3.
Yeah. Okay. Right. So he's triggered me now.
I probably triggered a lot.
Audi have put a lot of money into developing the car that I'm now going to pay 60 grand to do whatever I like with.
This is true. Yeah, that's true. That is true. I'm just saying that they've done a good job.
How cool would this be, right? So I walk out, and I'm walking out to my car, and I grab my phone up, and I get on the Airlift Performance app, and I air my car up to get in it.
Why would you?
Before I get to it.
I suppose it is cold.
Okay, I got a new one for you. You pull up, and I know it sounds really stupid, but I saw someone do this a long time ago. You pull up to a car meet, right? And you reverse in, you know the little thing when you pull up to a car meet, you go bah, 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 just because it sounds cool, and then you air out in the parking space. So you rev all the way in, and then you go. That's cool as hell, isn't it?
Maybe to car enthusiasts, like, I don't know, to your nan.
What? We are car enthusiasts.
But actually, I say to your nan might find it.
She
might find it. Hey, imagine that if you you could adjust it.
Sorry, okay.
Right,
If I'm going to go understand air ride, they've got to understand holes in jeans then.
That's true.
When I go there, my granddad asks me if I paid full money for a pair of jeans.
That's true. Right, so Seb, what did you say? Should they make it all? Which car are you talking about? The ST or? Yeah, I don't know. If you're still online, Seb, okay, full focus.
Should they make it auto? No.
Mate. If Ford did a really good auto box, then yes, like Audi do, but I don't.
And the DSG.
I don't know what the one.
I
don't know what the one from the Mustang is like.
It's probably got custom made on
Yeah.
it. Imagine.
I would say yes if it was good.
If they got like a DSG or
it's a hot hatch, isn't it? Most people buy hot hatches because they're a bit more. They're a bit more.
In with the car.
Yeah, and it's cheap. It makes it cheaper. If Ford went and put, I don't know, however much an automatic gearbox costs into the Fiesta, it put the price through the roof, and I think it would outprice it on the market. There's your consumer answer. No, because it's too expensive.
You know those people who type like this on their phones?
Oh, phone call.
That was weird. Yeah.
Is that the guy?
Yes.
Okay. Did you want to answer it? If you answer it, I'll talk about the Buckmore stuff until you get back. Right. Luke has just got to pop out for a sec. So, some of you may be aware that next weekend we have our go-kart event. We talked about it last week, so I'm not going to talk about it too much. But if you're coming, please make sure you are there at between 8 and 9. Basically, we've got about an hour and a half before. Half 8 and 9. We've got about an hour before we go out on circuit. So ideally, we want to get everyone in, get breakfast, and then get everyone into their suits. Just so you know, because we didn't make it clear, you can bring your own race suit. It's not mandatory. It's not mandatory that you borrow the Buckmore Park one. So that's all we've got to say on that. But it should be a good event.
I will, however, give
see you all there.
Just a small amount of ridicule if you bring your own race suit and you're not a professional go-kart.
Yeah. Or own helmet.
Yeah. Or own race shoes. But we won't go further into that.
I haven't got my gloves. I need to order the gloves.
Yeah. Anyway, I've got to go and sell a piece of equipment to fund my potential one of shortlisted 6 cars. He is outside.
Okay. All right, cool. I don't think there's anything else we need to talk about.
But guys, listen, any questions that you send us, YouTube comments, Instagram comments, email them, comment on the website, whatever, we'll include them in the video. So just send them over to us and we'll include them in and we'll answer them.
Yeah, we will. Cool. Right. Thanks, Seb. Thanks, Seb, for being interactive. We will see you all next time. Peace out.
Laters.